being in a calorie deficit means almost nothing for losing weight over 40. And some of you may experience this where you feel like you're hardly eating anything, but you're not losing any weight. And it's not your metabolism, it is not your hormones, it's not because you're getting older. You've been given a lot of wrong information. Here's what it is, it's actually your macro ratio. And it's because in midlife, our body is set up for surviving. It wants to live, it wants to stay alive. And so, if you're not eating enough of a certain macro, your body's gonna hold on to weight because it's worried that it's not going to be fed in the future. Our bodies are very, very responsive, okay? And so, it's really important that we get to know what we need, and it's very individual. So your macro ratio is basically like how many carbs, protein, and fat you should have on any given day. And typically it's like done for the week because sometimes it's hard to do the same exact amount every single day. But the thing is that if you don't know how many grams of fat, how many grams of protein, and how many grams of carb, not only that you're eating, but that you're getting each day and that you need, it's going to be very difficult for you to reach your goals. I've been a nutritional chef for decades. People have paid me tens of thousands of dollars to get their macros on point, dialed in. And so I have been able to really get skilled at this, where I can actually look at a plate and tell how many grams of fat, protein, and carbs are just by looking at it. And that's something that has allowed me to kind of not only have my own 20-pound weight loss, but also get really dialed in on what I need. So what I'm going to suggest to you, and a lot of people have aversion to this, but I'm going to tell you it needs to be done. It has to be done in your 40s. Otherwise, you're just mindlessly eating and it's a big guessing game. And it's not just for weight loss, but yes, it is to maintain your weight, but it's also to make sure your body is nourished properly. We all need a certain amount of carbs, protein, fat, but we need different amounts. If there's somebody telling you that you have to have a gram of protein per body weight, that's incorrect. That may be too much for you. You may need a little bit more. It really depends on you and your activity. We all have different backgrounds, we have different needs, and so getting dialed in on your own specific need is essential if you want to get fine-tuned into your health. So what I'm going to suggest is this: track your macros for 3 days. It's super easy. If you need support, I can help you with that, but there's so many apps that will help you figure out what are you eating. It's a really eye-opening situation when you look at what you're eating. I thought I was in a calorie deficit for years, when come to find out I was eating about twice the amount of fat that I needed, and I was just constantly putting on weight. I was attributing it to hormones, to perimenopause, to all that. As soon as I got my macros dialed in, it's like the weight started coming off and just keeps coming off. And I'm never hungry, I'm never deprived, I can eat what I want. But it truly is the number one thing you need to do. And it's not just for fitness professionals or bodybuilders. It is a skill that really everyone should have. I wish they taught this in school, how to track your macros, because being properly nourished is so important. We need protein, we need fat, and we need carbs, but we don't need too much of them. We need just the right amount, and we need the right sources as well. But the thing is also your body looks at certain things the same. So if you have a handful of jelly beans and you have a bowl of sweet potatoes, your body is going to react very similar because those are all carbs. Now, of course, the sweet potatoes are more nourishing. They're going to be slow releasing. They're going to keep you full for longer. But understanding how each macro works in your body is going to allow you to do what I call the puzzle method, where you put things together to create your full plan so you can eat what you want when you want. So if you need support with this, let me know. I have a few spaces each week where I give free calls. I don't want to gatekeep this information anymore. I've been working with professional athletes, with millionaires, with a lot of people with very serious health issues, and I've been able to really help them get aligned. So if you feel like you need support, I want to help you too.